Bună seara la toată lumea. That means good evening, everybody. This is Adina from Adina's Greentown Bakery. If you haven't checked that out, please do. I'm just starting this evening. It's evening here in Michigan. That's where I'm at, in my Romanian kitchen. And I decided to make another batch of sourdough bread. What I have here is 1,000 grams, because I measure everything in grams and I have a great scale. 1,000 grams of bread flour, and I have here water. I usually like to use filtered water, and because it is a hot, humid day, I try to use less starter, and I have my own sourdough starter. It's all bubbly and beautiful, and I'm gonna use that. So when we go through a hot summer, humid, that affects the way the sourdough bread reacts to it. So in order to prevent that and to balance everything out in this picture, you try to use cool water, you try to use less sourdough starter, because the fermentation happens faster because of the humidity and the heat in the kitchen. We don't have central air here. And we try to work with what we have here, and we can make a beautiful sourdough bread. So let's start doing and start mixing this. So I'm going to measure now my sourdough starter, and it's advisable to use a little bit less in humid weather and hot weather. So I will be using about, I would say, maybe 100 grams. We'll see. Let's see here. So what I have here, I decided to use 150 grams of sourdough starter. And I'll be mixing this first with the water. Yeah, put it all in there. And if you want to see hopefully a better view of what I'm doing here, we're not gonna need the scale anymore. So what we have is the flour. What we have here is the sourdough starter with the water. We're mixing it. And we can add the salt, about 2 tablespoons, I would say. I'm not gonna measure it, I'm just gonna scoop it out here. And it's pink salt, it's like what I would like to use here. So about this much, maybe a little more. Okay, so that should be fine. Now we have this here. I'm adding it into the flour. I'm gonna mix all well. First with a tablespoon, like this, and then I'll mix it with my hand. Mixing it well. Starting to incorporate a little better. And I'll just see how it feels in my hand. If I feel like I want to need to add a little bit more water, I'll do that. But it takes some time until everything gets incorporated. So it's time for me right now to use my hands. Every little bit. Right there. All right, we're using our hands. We gotta get down and dirty here. So it feels moist. I can feel it. You're not gonna feel that if you just use your spoon. Once you get your hands in there, you can have an idea what your dough feels like. So it's very important to do a good mix in the beginning. And then when we're done with this, we'll let it rest for about 30 minutes. And then we'll come back to it and start doing about 3 or 4 series of stretch and fold. And I'll show you how that goes. All right, it's kind of sticky. If you feel like it's too sticky because of the humidity and the heat in the kitchen, you can add a splash more of flour, but don't add too much. You want to have the proper balance of sourdough starter and flour. You don't want a dense bread either. And just by mixing it and doing the stretch and fold later, it will become more elastic and more smooth. I'm just gonna put a bit more flour, just like that. Okay, that should be it. I'm not putting any more. Okay. It takes time and patience. It will bulk ferment on the counter, and then it will ferment in the fridge overnight as well. So that also helps with the gluten development, the elasticity of the dough. So I think we're getting ready to leave it alone for 30 minutes. I'm just gonna cover it and we'll come back for it. So here it is. That's what it looks like. Bună seara la toată lumea. Welcome back. We are back into finishing the stretch and fold. So we are getting in here. Here's our dough. It has been rested for about 40 minutes. And now we're doing the first stretch and fold. As you can see, it's very stretchy. It's not sticky though, even though it is soft. You can see it's very soft, but it's not sticky. That's because we gave enough time for the gluten to form and to give it a nice, stretchy, smooth feeling. So we're stretching, we're folding. You can do it in like 4 directions, that's fine. Just stretch it, don't break it, and fold it. One more time. And if your hands get too sticky, just a little bit of water on your hands. That's just fine. See how it stretches and doesn't break? That's nice. I like it. Stretch. It's okay. You can stretch it. And we'll fold it. A little bit more water on the hands. And I think that would be the last time. I'm going to stretch. And I'm going to fold it. And now, here it is. I'm going to leave it alone for another 30 minutes and we'll do the same thing. Stretch and fold. Thank you for watching. We'll come back to it in 30 minutes. Welcome back again, second round. This is Adina and I am making a sourdough bread. Welcome back, friends. You can watch again. We're in the middle of making this sourdough bread. We're still making the stretch and fold. Looking good. This is the second time I'm doing it. And it's been sitting here for 30 minutes, I think longer than 30 minutes. And it's looking great. I love it. I love it. It's just something about it that it's looking really, really good. I'm really happy with it. And I'm just stretching again. And it's really consistent. It's not floppy. It's holding its shape almost. And we're not done with this thing. It's gonna go after our last stretch and fold in the fridge and ferment in there overnight. One more stretch. Looking good. I love it. All right. I'm just watering my hands a little bit. Stretch and fold. Beautiful. It's a beautiful looking dough. I love it. Okay, let it rest. That's what it looks like. We'll let it rest. Back to you, friends. We are finishing up our dough, sourdough, with my sourdough starter. It's pretty late at night. Started this early evening. Takes a while until you do everything you need to do before you do the cold fermentation in the refrigerator until next day. So here's the dough. It's looking really good. It has doubled in size, and I decided to add some seeds to it, some sesame seeds and a mixture of garlic and black and white sesame seeds, because why not? It looks good. It's gonna taste great. And I have my containers where I'm gonna keep it in the refrigerator for the next 12 hours or so. And I'm doing my last fold right now. So it's working pretty well. It's looking good. Trying to do it as gently as I can so I don't break out the bubbles in the dough. And I'm just gonna fold it right now. Just a little fold, and try to incorporate some of the seeds that I had to add in here. Just because it feels a little sticky doesn't mean it's bad. I'm just gonna put a bit more. And do that. And when I'm finished with this, I'm going to separate in 2 pieces, put it in 2 bowls, and keep it in there until tomorrow, and then take it out, shape it again, score it, and place it in the oven. I will make another video about that tomorrow, so stay tuned. Have a good night and thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, share, and comment if you wish. Thank you. Have a good night. Bună ziua la toată lumea. Suntem aici în bucătăria mea din Northern Michigan. Welcome, friends, and thank you for watching this. This is another part of finishing this sourdough bread. I started it yesterday evening, and it has bulk fermented on the counter, and then I finished the fermentation as a cold ferment in the refrigerator, and it's been there for about 12 hours. And now I just dumped it right here, and I'm about to shape it, fold it a little bit, help it maintain its shape, and that's what I'm doing here. And I decided to, and this is a very useful tool right here, you need this because you need to be gentle with this right now. You don't want to break any bubbles. As you can see, we have beautiful bubbles here. If you want to see a little closer, we have one bubble right here, right there, cute little bubble. And you don't want to break them because you want your bread to be fluffy and light. So I decided to keep one bread and bake it open, and one bread to put it in a Dutch oven. So I have them in the oven right now at 485 degrees Fahrenheit, heating up. And as soon as these rest, I will put them on the heated pan and in the heated Dutch oven. And at the bottom shelf where I have another way to place, you know, you have another rack there, I have a pan, and I'm gonna put, as soon as this goes in the oven, a few cubes of ice. This is going to create a quick moisture in the oven, and it will help bake the bread and fluff up and raise and make that beautiful crust that we all like. So for now, we are leaving this alone to rest for another probably 30 minutes or so, and then we'll come back. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, share, and comment if you wish. And let's start this and continue this adventure, sourdough baking or any sort of baking. So keep watching and you will see more videos in the future of other things that I like to prepare. Thank you. Hello, we are back. So we are getting ready now to place the bread in the Dutch oven. So I will show you here what I'm doing. This is my Dutch oven that I'm using. It's super hot. It's been sitting there for 30 minutes, and we want it that way. All right, I'm gonna have to move kind of quickly here, and I'm just gonna fold this into itself a little bit more, and then place it still a hot summer day here, so we're working against the elements. It's got some nice bubble. I'm going to place it on my sheet here. And we'll try to make a score. Soon I will get one of those blades. So we're scoring a little bit. Trying to create a little bit of design here. And this is going into the Dutch oven. All right, let's get some oven mitts on. And you'll see what it looks like when I take it out. It gets covered. It's going in. Here's a quick video, short, sweet. Bread coming out of the oven. This is the one that I had in the Dutch oven. I just took it out. I like it the way it came out in the Dutch oven. This is my favorite. The other one that I have, it was on a plate here and it kind of got a little bit too brownish at the top. I'm not a fan of this one, so I just wanted to show you what your options are. So I'm gonna take this out, let it cool on a wire rack, and I'll make a short video when I cut it so you can see what it looks like on the inside. I'm super excited. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, share, comment if you have any suggestions or any ideas about what I have made or what you would like to see in the future. Just leave it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Thank you for watching. Here it is, a quick look at the bread that I just cut. The one that I had on the pan had baked at the top quicker, and I put on the pan, on the open pan, some ice cubes, and it made the bottom of it a bit too soft, as you can see right here. So, I mean, inside it looks just fine. I was afraid that it's going to look too soggy at the bottom, but it looks fine. It has some pretty holes in there, and it looks crusty at the top, soft in the center. Looks good. And this is the other one, which I am not going to cut right now. It's pretty, and I'm planning on seeing my son downstate, and I want to take it to him just the way it is. You know, what could be better than a fresh baked bread from your mom? So here it is, sourdough bread made in my kitchen. Thank you for watching, and again, leave your comments below if you have any suggestions, if you like anything, what I've done, if you would like to see something else that you would want me to do. Just comment, subscribe, and like. And thank you for being in my Romanian kitchen. Have a good day.